We'll have a little topic tonight for you, something I want to cover a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about signs from international women when you're dating, some signs that she might not be into you, or I guess if you want to look at it conversely, signs that she definitely is into you. But if you're getting the vibe on a date that a particular girl is not into you, what you can do about it. We'll talk about that tonight in just a little bit. And we're just wondering how this is going. I mean, is she into me? Is she not? I hear guys all the time at breakfast. Breakfast is such a great event on our singles tours because I will hang out, I'll go around the room, I'll meet everybody. How's it going? How was your day yesterday? How was your evening last night? Tell me about your dates. What did you experience? And what frequently comes up are guys saying, you know, I met her and I really liked her, but I wasn't sure if she liked me. And I can usually listen and tell just from experience the guys relaying to me, yeah, she definitely liked you. This was definitely a sign that she likes you. But there are nuances that we should kind of have our minds wrapped around a little bit. So let's talk about that right now. Imagine you've gone on a tour, you're hanging out with us, you're out on dates with these beautiful girls, and you want to know, how do I know whether or not this girl is into me or not into me? And if she's not into me, how do I know that for sure, and what do I do about it? So let's talk about some of that. Some of this is incredibly obvious, some of it not so much, but here we go. Signs that she's not into you and what to do about it. I thought this was interesting. I saw this picture and I thought, this is a romantic smile. You know, there's a difference between a polite smile and a romantic smile. I guarantee you guys have been on dates where a girl was smiling politely. She was being friendly. She might even really like you socially and she thinks you're funny. So she's smiling at you politely, or she's smiling at you socially, but she's not smiling at you romantically. A romantic smile is a very different smile. You've experienced a romantic smile before. You've been on the receiving end of that. I bet when I say those two words together, romantic smile, an image comes to mind of a girl you once knew, once dated, or partnered with, and she had that smile. And it was the precursor to a kiss. It was the precursor to holding hands or hugging each other, an embrace, intimacy. You just knew when she smiles like that, that's the playful smile. She won't narrow the space between. Here's another way of knowing that the girl's not into you. Now, sometimes we have to be careful not to close proximity too quickly. And there are ways to close proximity that are appropriate in some cultures and maybe not appropriate in other cultures. But she won't close the space in between. There's a table in between you and you're not holding hands across the table. There's an interpreter in between you and she won't stand next to you. She wants somebody in between you. Are you experiencing those kinds of behaviors where she seems to be going a little bit out of her way to not close proximity to you, to not be close to you, to not allow the possibility for the two of you to touch each other? If you touch a woman on a date, and I'm not talking inappropriately at all, guys, I'm just talking a subtle caress, which should definitely be the part of every date, including a first date. Shucks, including your introduction and these social events, you should definitely initiate some little kind of caress or contact and watch her reaction. If she finds it hard to focus, one of the things that I really like about watching our videos of our social events is a guy could be sitting at a table with 4 women and they're all looking at him and they're all interacting with him, sometimes 5 or 6 women, and it's like they're all talking to him, they're all listening to him, they're all watching him. You don't usually have a guy and a girl talking and the other 4 are on their phones or paying no attention or their eyes are darting around the room. When you're out on a date with an international girl, you know, the two of you are there, you found each other. There's great magic in that. You came halfway around the world to find this girl. Her life, busy, hardworking, not a lot of fun, not a lot of dates, not a lot of romance, and in the case of many, many women in a lot of places, no romance in recent memory at all. And suddenly you show up, this foreign guy who looks good, you know, you sound kind of interesting, and you've got a great attitude, and you're well balanced emotionally, and you look pretty dang fly. You look masculine, you're interesting, and now you're out on a date and you're in an environment that's fun and she's relaxed. She's on a date and it's romantic. She should be focused on you, smiling, listening to your answers, clarifying where there's any misunderstanding of your answer, complimenting your ideas. I noticed that women on dates, guys will tell me all the time that they like the way that women on dates respond to them. You know, I will say something and she'll say, wow, that's interesting. Wow, that's a great perspective. It's positive feedback that men get on dates. And women need that as well. Whew, way to go, guys. Appreciate the conversation tonight. Very, very lively. Hope you liked the videos that we put up here for you from all over the world. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. How to know if a girl's into you. Dating, the good news is most of the time they're just going to be into you. The point is, if she's not into you, there are a few things you can do, like extend your arm, reach out, offer a little bit of caress while you're talking to her. You have a good laugh. Just a little bit of touch to gauge her response. There are things you can do to help drive the chemistry between the two of you. At the end of the day, if for some reason she's not into you, that's rare, but if she's not into you, there's no reason to spend time with her. You can thank her for her time, move on, and find somebody who will be more than happy to respond to all of your advances and go in the direction you want that relationship to go. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing this, right? We want women who are going to respond to us. Have a good night, guys. Have a great week.
Check out our website at... Don't forget to click on our red subscribe button and notice bell to get updated every time we add something new.